afternoon. It's Monday, June 20th, 2022, and I'm back with another twin flame reading. I'm Brittany. I'm a psychic and healer. I also happen to be a Taurus sun, Virgo rising, and Aquarius moon, as well as a 9TJ, a Gryffindor, and a Thunderbird. Oh, also Syrian and a job in the Starseed. So, yeah, with that being said, let's jump into the reading. But first, remember, I use she for divine feminine and he for divine masculine. So if you're just tuning in, you can either share, subscribe, so you can get that notification. So yeah, let's do it. The first card that came out is Marguerite Porte. I think I said that right. So what I'm seeing for divine feminine is that she's still going through some wound chakra clearing, and I feel like again a sacral chakra as well. I feel like that her relationship to her sacred sexuality is being healed. So, I do see again, divine feminine feels the need to unleash her creativity. And what better way to do that than to actually tap in to her sexuality? Because I feel as though divine feminine is also getting downloads to the divine about what to do. She may have actually been notified about people who bring ill intent. It also could be about DM. It could be about anything, but whatever answers she needed, they are coming. If they haven't came already. But I do feel as though divine feminine is also healing past lives at the moment. A past life where she could have been a priestess, and face persecution. So I feel as though, yeah, she is dealing with the prosecution right now. And I do feel as though divine feminine is also letting go of what no longer serves her. And what no longer serves her is this overthinking, questioning the divine. And I do feel as though, yeah, she is love. I feel as though divine feminine is also reconnecting with the heart chakra. And I feel as though she feels this unconditional love for humanity. She feels the need to shower the world with her love and raise the vibration in the planet to help those break free of their illusions. And I'm also seeing root chakra, so I feel as though divine feminine could be slightly ungrounded right now. So you might need to ground more than usual. And I also feel as though there's light codes coming in for divine feminine. And these light codes are actually helping releasing her healing power. So I feel as though divine feminine is going to get some, not exactly new abilities, but it's being revealed the ability she didn't even know she had. And what I'm also seeing is that divine feminine is on a quest for self-knowledge. She's wondering what exactly she can do in order to better herself. And I feel as though she's actually pushing herself a little bit too hard with the healing. But the divine is like giving so many downloads, so many light codes, also a lot of DNA activation, so she is tired. And the next card is Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. So I feel as though divine feminine, you could feel the need to actually upgrade your tool set. I feel as though maybe if you haven't journaled yet, then maybe it's a time to journal. But I also feel as though you may be actually trying to up your spiritual hygiene. I do see some of you are meditating. Others of you are just like being still. And I'm also seeing that I do feel as though right now, even though your relationship with the divine seems compromised, I feel as though at the moment they're leaving you to your own devices so you can figure out how to integrate these energies that are coming in. And I do feel as though you have to let go of something. You may have done it already, and I feel as though that's why you got divine guidance. And I also feel as though Archangel Uriel is coming in, so I feel as though he is guiding the divine feminines to actually trust their intuition and to always be in access with their wisdom. So I do feel as though you've been seeing yellow light, ruby light. That's Archangel Uriel. And what I'm also seeing is a dove here. So you may be seeing doves too, divine feminine. And I feel like these doves are representing freedom. You feel the need to actually break free of what no longer serves you. And I do see, again, divine feminine, is that you're doing a very stupendous job. And I also feel as though she doesn't need to look externally for answers. Like, all the answers are within her. And I do feel as though that's why divine feminine, I feel as though she's actually stopped placing emphasis on what other people think and started to trust her own intuition. And I think I feel as though she just was healing gaslight trauma, so that could actually have a lot to do with why divine feminine doesn't trust her intuition. But I also feel as though divine feminine is also, what else? I see Earth Star chakras being cleared as well. And what I'm feeling is that, yeah, I feel as though you're also healing an ancestral trauma when it comes to the oppression of psychic power. So I feel as though there's a psychic wound you're clearing as well, Divine Feminine. And I'm also seeing that there's a feather here. So you could be seeing feathers as well. But I do feel like the angels are telling you that they are with you always, even if it seems like you can't hear them right now or actually feel them. I just feel as though, Divine Feminine, it is brief and it will pass. Breathe. Let everything flow over you. Don't exactly move forward with a decluttered mind. Some of you may be called to declutter. And so, the next one is Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. So I feel as though, Divine Feminine, Mary Magdalene may be actually talking to you. I also see that there's an egg here. So I feel as though Divine Feminine is going through a rebirth. I feel as though she is birthing her higher self in a brand new frequency. And I'm also seeing that she is protected by the divine. And the divine is like giving her, even though it seems like as forsaking them, I feel like she's also healing that trauma. She may have felt as though the divine abandoned her in her past life, and that's why she's having so much trouble. So I do see like a lot of past lives. I'm also seeing that I do see still sacral chakra. So yeah, I do feel as though, yeah, Divine Feminine is purging fear. She is facing her problems head on with courage and the fortitude. Maybe just fortitude. But I am also seeing that Divine Feminine is also cleansing herself. She's also, but I feel as though she's trying to spread the word and the message, and I think she is attracting haters. And they may have done something as awful as to do black magic, but most of them are psychic attacks. So I feel as though Divine Feminine has the upper cleansing. I feel as though she has to do it daily. I feel as though I'm also seeing white here, so I feel like Divine Feminine is very much in her authentic self. She is no longer caring about what other people say. What she does, she does. She's no longer going to ask for permission. And I feel like Divine Feminine is empowering herself at the moment. So yeah, she may be you're resting and rejuvenating right now, Divine Feminine, because you're actually going through a metamorphosis. And I feel as though right now it doesn't seem like it, but you will get the answers. It's just, you gotta be patient. The divine always works in divine timing. No sooner, no later. So I feel as though Divine Feminine is also letting go of self-limiting beliefs. And I do feel like there is some impatience for Divine Feminine. And I do feel like, again, it's just not seeing any progress with the DM. And I think that's why she walked away. And honestly, I think that's why it's called Divine Feminine. Because if you walk away, you won't exactly put so much pressure on the Divine Masculine. And I feel like the Divine Masculine will go through a healing as such. You just need to completely detach. So I feel like Divine Feminines are for the most part detached. But I do see like every now and then they just wonder. They wonder. So I feel like, again, Divine Feminine, just direct the attention to yourself and just do you. And the next card is Sekhmet, the Red Lady. So yeah, your strength. Just listen, your inner strength. Listen to the voice in your heart, Divine Feminine. And this voice is like saying, you are a bright light. Don't need the Divine Masculine to shine your life. Yes, you love the idea of a mission together, but I feel as though right now, Divine Feminine, you are supposed to actually lay the foundation in place. If Divine Masculine is meant to join you, then he will join you. But I do see also that you're also entertaining the soulmate. And I feel like the soulmate has actually lifted up your spirits. I feel as though they have brought you something that you didn't even know that you needed. And I feel like, again, you may feel very empowered and strong because of the situation with the soulmate. You feel as though you two are untouchable. And I'm also seeing this in Ankh here. So I feel as though this relationship with the soulmate has healed you in a way that you didn't even know you were broken. You're not broken. You're just, you want something. Look at all the broken pieces that you are made of. That's beauty. Because again, I don't know if you know about this about the Japanese, but when they break something, they put it back together with gold in it. So yeah, your value just shot up, Divine Feminine. And I feel as though the soulmate does see your value. And I feel as though they're protective of this connection with you. But I also feel like you're protective of the connection as well. You don't exactly want to give it up. You're not exactly being clingy, but you're just seeing that it's a good thing. And I'm seeing solar plexus chakra activations going on for Divine Feminine. I feel as though she's actually working on her self-confidence and also learning how to balance her ego and intuition. I feel as though I'm also seeing that divine feminine. You may have be a Syrian starseed. You could have had a past life in Egypt. If that's the case, on many. But I feel as though, yeah, you're actually I'm seeing grid workers. So I'm also seeing that I'm also seeing the sun. So yeah, remember, divine feminine, you don't need to be the moon to reflect light. Why would you want to reflect someone else's life? Just shine your own light. Don't let anybody dim it out. And I'm also seeing that, yeah, I feel as though this is a time for you to develop your leadership ability. So I feel as though you're meant to lead in a much more profound way than you give yourself credit for. Yeah, I feel as though divine feminine is also making sure that she does not become arrogant. She has had a lot of success lately, and I feel as though this has actually increased the divine feminine's self-confidence or self-worth. I feel as though divine feminine will no longer let anybody evaluate how much she is worth. Only she knows the price, and she knows it's priceless. And she would not trade away her dignity just to bend to other people's wills. That's not her. And I'm also seeing that things are a little bit cloudy for divine feminine. I feel as though she feels like her vision is not exactly the best right now, but I feel as though there's a reason for that, divine feminine. You're not meant to know what exactly is going to go on. You're just going to have to trust the process, because if you ask too many questions, you might try to control the situation, and no good can come from controlling the situation. You know this. So I feel as though your anxiety, for the most part, has subsided, because you feel comfortable around the soulmate. You feel as though they can give you something that you can't give. You just don't know what it is yet. You may feel as though it's like codependency, but I don't exactly think it's that. And I'm also seeing that your throat chakra is being activated as well. So yeah, you're learning how to articulate your thoughts better. And I feel as though there's a fire within you that cannot be extinguished. And I feel as though, yeah, you feel passionate. You feel the need, even though you're like a little bit tired, you're just like, I still have enough energy. And I feel as though it's okay to actually just do that, divine feminine. But just don't overexert yourself. And the next card is Matching Labru, the Diamond Heart Dakini. So yeah, you now actually are balancing the light and darkness within you. And I feel like, again, this is a yin and yang. So I feel like, again, right now, divine feminine, I feel as though you're developing your relationship to your own divine masculinity. You're not exactly relying on the divine masculine to provide for you. You're just doing it for yourself. You say you don't need a man. You just need yourself. And you're your own best friend. And I'm also seeing that there's higher heart chakra activations going on. So I feel like there's a lot of healing going on with divine feminine. She's learning how to embrace love again. She may have been very afraid to embrace it because she didn't exactly want to open her heart again after what happened with her and divine masculine. But now she's just opening it. I just feel like she's enjoying the moment. She's no longer letting her ego tell her that this is not going to happen the way she thinks it is, and that she's just going to try to trust love again. And I feel like, again, this soulmate makes her feel free and alive. And yeah, she feels like she could do anything. And I feel as though the soulmate is also vice versa with the soulmate. So I feel as though she is standing in her power, and she is just embracing oneness. She's no longer concerned about duality. And I feel like, again, she knows duality is illusion. Anybody could actually say anything's light or anything's dark. And yeah, you see so many perspectives. And the next card is Freya, the goddess of discernment. So I feel as though divine feminine, I'm just seeing a lot of shining around. I'm seeing Archangel Ariel's coming in, and Archangel Ariel's actually helping you with your abundance. So I feel as though you're more concerned about your abundance at the moment. You may not exactly know how to make in more money, but I feel as though if you're a business owner, you're trying new tactics. You're not going to rely on old strategies. So I feel as though some of you may need to change it up a little when it comes to your mission. I'm also feeling is that if you want a job somewhere else, then I feel like the divine will show you. But you just have to trust. I feel as though the spirit guides are showing you synchronicity still. They're showing you shines, but you directly talk to them with your own personal hotline. I don't think it's going to work right now. It's just a little bit longer. And what I am seeing now for divine feminine is she is no longer believing in time, that she only has so much time. She knows time's an illusion. And I feel like she's learning to be patient with herself, compassionate with herself. And she is no longer being hard on herself. It's not interested. So I feel like Divine Feminine is really optimistic. But I feel as though she also feels as though she's a fierce warrior and that she could take anything on. And I feel as though she sees through everything. I'm also seeing that there's blocks to discernment at the moment. I feel like maybe Divine Feminine feels like a little bit chaotic in the headspace and doesn't even exactly know why. So there might be some healing. I'm also seeing that maybe entities are clinging onto you and trying to prevent you from seeing clearly. So yes, some clearing about the third eye chakra, heart chakra, and root chakra may help. Crown chakra as well. And what I am seeing is that Divine Feminine, you're no longer interested in anything superficial and materialistic. You see through illusions really easily. And I feel like your intuition is sharpening anyway. So you're right on point. I feel as though someone you may be second guessing. And don't. I feel as though you have it right. So I feel like, again, this is restoring the trust within yourself. And I think that's why you're doing so much past life clearing at the moment. The third to last one is Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. So yeah, Divine Feminine, I feel like you are a very kind, sensitive soul. You do see the good in other people, but I feel as though sometimes you just gotta accept people won't see the same in themselves. You can try to follow on potential all you want, but it's going to get you hurt. So I also see that the soulmate does think that the Divine Feminine is very kind and passionate and psychic. And I'm also seeing sakura flowers. So you may be seeing cherry blossoms, Divine Feminine, or you could actually, I feel as though, yeah, you may seem like you're delicate, but you have nerves of steel. That's what I feel. And I also feel as though your shoulder blade chakras are also going through cleansing as well. So yeah, you're no longer holding on the expectations of other people, familial or professional. You're just doing you. You don't care about overextending yourself anymore. You're no longer willing to people please. And I'm also seeing a rose here. So yeah, just take some time and be patient with your metamorphosis, Divine Feminine. You are a flower, budding flower, and when you bloom, you will be the most beautiful flower of all. And I'm also seeing, yeah, butterflies. So you could be seeing butterflies as well, Divine Feminine. You know butterflies are a key to transformation. But I feel like some of you are getting messages from loved ones beyond the veil. So, yeah. And I'm also feeling as though, yeah, Kuan Yin could be one of your spirit guides. And Kuan Yin loves you. And you love yourself. The reason why you're suffering is because there's a lot of pain ingrained in you that no longer serves you. And your Divine Feminine energy is clearing out this pain because you love yourself unconditionally in the soul to not let yourself hold on to any illusions. Sometimes it just hurts more to hold on, and that's why you're just letting go. The second to last card is Kali, or Kali, I don't know how to say it. So I feel as though, Divine Feminine, you're also getting in touch with the dark side. I feel as though you're doing some shadow work at the moment. And this shadow work is showing you what exactly why exactly you're being so afraid. Why you're not trusting the divine. Why is all that? And I do feel as though, Divine Feminine, yeah, remember that death is not the end. In death, there can be rebirth. So I feel as though there's a reset going on for Divine Feminine in many areas of her life. But I feel like, again, Divine Feminine is no longer interested in holding on to the collapsing of her reality. She's just going to let it all go. And I feel as though Divine Feminine is actually headed toward the ego death anyways. And I feel like Divine Feminine is welcoming that ego death, whereas in the past she didn't. She struggled. But now she's just gotten the hang of it. And I'm also seeing that Divine Feminine is no longer interested in wearing masks. I feel as though she's in a relationship with the karmic, or yeah, some of you may think that the soulmate. I mean, I do feel as though there's also, I feel as though as a karmic soulmate of the Divine Feminine that is trying to actually bring her down, but she's not exactly paying attention to it. So I feel like Divine Feminine is also healing her yeah, she's healing a lot of things right now, but I feel as though she's actually, yeah, Earth Star Chakra I'm seeing again. And yeah, I feel like the ancestors are having her heal a lot of things right now. And I'm also seeing a sword, so divine feminine, just take your sword in hand and cut down anything that opposes you and threatens your sense of peace. Because you worked a long time to get to where you're at today. And the last card is Lila, the Saint of Spoken Words. So yeah, I do feel like divine feminine is actually having is manifesting something in her own good, for her own good. So I feel like manifestation has now actually begun. So I feel like, again, divine feminine, this is why your relationship to your sacred sexuality is being healed, so you can manifest faster. And I'm also seeing that maybe you need to go out on a walk, probably actually be in nature, because I feel like the divine might actually give you more answers there. And you know that you can have any future you want. You can have anything you want as long as you believe in yourself. And I'm also saying that there will be a new beginning for you pretty soon, divine feminine. And do not fear the ending, love the beginning. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for divine feminine. So let's see what's going on with divine masculine. The first card out for divine masculine is financial constriction for reverse. So I feel as though divine masculine is very much, I do see that his abundance is actually being squandered by him. I do see that maybe he is doing well for himself, but I feel like his finances have frozen in a way. Someone may have actually broken into his bank account, or someone is actually, if they're a cryptopreneur or they have any other means of making money, I feel like, again, there's like a very precarious situation. And I feel like the divine is like saying, end the thing with the karmic, or make sure, because divine masculine puts a lot of emphasis into his finances. I feel like he actually derives his own self-worth from it. So I feel like some divine masculines are very much in the dark night of the soul. I do see that they're seeing that they are being shallow, materialistic, but they don't exactly know how to change. I feel as though they are still trying to victimize themselves by saying, poor me, like, why is everything falling apart? And I feel as though his ego is actually dissolving at the moment. I feel as though, another ego death. And I also feel as though he's also having doors closed on him. So any and all opportunities he has. But I feel as though also at the same time, I'm also sensing another that's one half of the divine masculine collective. The other half, I feel as though, is being rewarded. So any financial constraints they have by following their heart are being lifted. So I just feel like this is a double message, because I'm sensing two types of DMs coming in at the moment. And what I am also seeing is that divine masculine, his heart is opening again. I feel as though he is trying to repress his feelings about the divine feminine, but they're too strong for him to fight, and he's no longer interested in doing that. And the next card is 6th Chakra, Archangel Metatron. So I feel like Metatron is around the divine masculine right now, actually helping him realize that he needs to speak up. He needs to speak his truth. He can't exactly people please anymore. He can't exactly just cater to other people's demands. The divine masculine is being a pushover. And I do feel as though he always thought about him being kind. And I do feel like, again, this divine masculine is just getting a wake-up call. I feel as though the angels are just still helping him. And the divine masculine sees a journey different from the divine feminine. But I feel as though divine masculine's psychic powers are becoming more and more concentrated. I feel as though he's actually learning how to control them. And I feel like he's giving him a sense of peace, superiority. But I feel as though he also feels empowered at the same time. So I'm also seeing that there's third eye chakra activations going on with divine masculine. So he's seeing past the illusions. He is seeing that he is tired of the karmic's codependency. And I feel like the karma is really clingy, needy. But I'm also seeing that, they rely on him. It could be a mother figure, or it could be a significant other. But I feel as though divine feminine, that your divine masculine he's awakened. I feel as though some of you may be doubting whether he's awakened, but he is awakened. But he's at a different stage of an awakening than you are. So just try to keep your expectations low. Don't expect much. And I feel like the divine masculine is seeing that divine feminine and him are more connected than he actually let on. He's no longer fighting his feelings, but he's not making a move toward acting on them either. He's just being still. He's just observing. And I feel as though some of them may have actually Yeah, I feel like some of them may have purged. They may have cried over the divine feminine secretly. But I'm also seeing that there's a lot of anger right here. So I feel like divine masculine is very much angry at the world, and he wants to actually enact. But I do also feel like there's divine justice coming in for divine masculine for taking so long to do the work to actually leave the situation. So I think that's one of the reasons why some have financial problems. But I feel like for those of them who are doing exactly what they're supposed to be, I feel like they're being rewarded. I feel as though they're going to give a blessing or two. But I'm also seeing for divine masculine is that I do see some of them may have spell work. But I feel like that spell work is dissolving. It's not strong enough to hold the divine masculine anyway. And I just think that again, divine masculine is also I feel like he's scared right now. He doesn't know exactly what to expect or what to look forward to. He's afraid to live in the present. He's always had a trauma response to actually living in the present. And the next card is 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. See? I told you the heart chakra is opening. So I feel like Archangel Raphael is also around the divine masculines right now. I feel like divine masculines are getting so much clarity. They are seeing what exactly needs to be done. But even though they're not exactly acting on it at the moment because they don't exactly have a plan. Leaving is easier said than done. I feel like most of them are held there by a trauma bond. And I don't know exactly if they're going to break through it pretty soon. But I feel like, again, the archangels are just like saying, wait. Ask divine feminine to be patient. But I am also seeing that divine masculine realizes that divine feminine has the key to his heart. And he is just seeing that divine feminine in a brand new light. He sees her as a healer. He sees her as someone full of unconditional love. He used to believe that the divine feminine didn't truly love him for who he was, but now he is seeing otherwise. The karmic is only in love with the false version of himself. And I feel the divine masculine is like saying, I want something deeper. I want something true. And I feel as though he's actually stalking divine feminine at the moment through social media. If she has a soulmate, I feel like, again, he's trying to figure out more. I feel like some part of him is very jealous and wants to take out the competition. But he's not exactly doing anything at the moment. Because I just feel like divine masculine is really chaotic in a headspace. I feel like he's unstable. And he feels he's actually very codependent on the divine feminine's energy. Divine feminine has pulled back their energy, and divine masculine's like spiraling downwards. So I feel like, again, there's like some sort of tower moment that's being sparked. So I'm also seeing that Archangel Raphael is he's a patron saint of travelers. So I feel like, again, divine masculine might actually have to travel alone for a little bit after he breaks up with the karmic, or just like cuts the karmic out of his life. I feel like he has to do a lot of self-reflection and reevaluation, because there's no way he's going to jump in another relationship or talk to the karmic again after he just breaks us free. He just has to do a lot of serious thinking. And this divine masculine has started to acknowledge that he is a lot more damaged and then he can't exactly love anyone at full potential. The next card is 1st chakra, Archangel Michael South. So Archangel Michael is dispelling any and all black magic. I'm also feeling as though Archangel Michael is also cutting through the bullshit the divine masculine spouts. So I feel like, again, divine masculine is being told to look at his self-limiting beliefs, to acknowledge this black mentality, because this black mentality has very much been the bane of everybody's existence. And I'm also seeing that also crown chakra. So I feel like crown chakra is being busted open. I feel like, again, he may be going through a kundalini. So I'm also seeing that he has to trust in the power of his own wings. He has to trust in the power of his sword. He holds a sword right now, but he doesn't think he can cut, so he hasn't actually swung it. But I feel like, again, he doesn't want to cut anyone. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. But divine masculine is like saying, he does want divine feminine. He does feels as though divine feminine is his light, his North Star, someone who just keeps him grounded. And without her, he feels very completely and utterly alone. And he just feels so angry. He's angry at everybody. And I feel like, again, he's getting tired of just catering to other people. He's tired of juggling demands. He just can't do it anymore. He wants to choose himself. And he wants a new beginning with divine feminine. But I feel like at the moment, divine masculine he just can't. He just can't be there for anyone. He has to be there for himself first. And he's starting to realize that by placing himself second, he is always going to be unhappy if he does not break out of that cycle soon. And I'm also seeing that there's a wasteland here, so I feel like Divine Masculine feels like he is stuck in the middle of nowhere, and there's really no way out. He can't see it. But I'm also seeing 888, so there's abundance coming in for Divine Masculine. The suitor, he just breaks free. And I feel like he has a lot of things. He's just in a cage right now. He's shaking it, but he's not exactly being inventive. He's not trusting in the tools he has. And I feel like that's why Michael has stepped in, so he can cut through all that illusions. Because Divine Masculine is still just confused, chasing his tail. The next card is Community. So I'm also seeing that Divine Masculine is, I'm also feeling that some of them are like in player type energy at the moment. I feel like they may be sleeping around, or just one night stand. Others of them, they're just like talking to other women, and I feel like again they're just trying to they just don't see anything wrong about it at the moment. They're just like, I can't exactly be committed. They like the idea of not being committed, but I feel like this Divine Masculine just like, he wants a reconciliation with Divine Feminine. Also, despite all the player type energy, he sees Divine Feminine as the one for him. There's no competition between her and a karmic, or her and other women he's talking to. Could be men as well. But I'm also seeing he's seeing how Divine Feminine has glowing. He sees how much self-love she uses. He sees how much she is growing, and he wants to join in it. He wants to build a community with Divine Feminine. But I'm also seeing that he's also transforming. He's also just being called to slow down and just be there for himself. And I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is having an exceedingly hard time at that. And he just can't exactly sit still for nothing. I feel like he's afraid that his demons may catch up with him. Metaphorical demons, not actual demons. So I'm also seeing that he's seeing that Divine Feminine is having a good time, happy without him, and I think that gets under his sin. He doesn't want Divine Feminine to actually move on and forget him, but he doesn't want Divine Feminine to wait either. So I feel like he's conflicted. He is in two different headspaces. It's just like one moment he goes into his soul, the next to his ego. So I feel like he's still experimenting at the moment, and he's still trying to figure out where he stands in the middle of things. He doesn't exactly understand the connection with Divine Feminine, but it's time he just stopped running from it. The third to last card is Woman Holding a Heart. So I feel like he has rejected the karmic, or rejected I feel as though they tried to heal the relationship with Divine Masculine, but Divine Masculine's through with the excuses. He feels as though the karmic would never change, and it's time for him to go. And I feel as though the karmic may have actually tried to do black magic, but the Divine Masculine's just pretending at this moment that it's working. But he's just sick and tired of her controlling, domineering behavior. I feel like he just wants to get the hell away from her. I feel like Divine Masculine is just focused on his internal happiness, but he doesn't exactly know. He can't exactly stop looking for approval elsewhere. I feel like, again, Divine Masculine feels very insecure and very scared. It's just he's never been able to he wasn't challenged in this way before. And what I'm also saw 333, so again, that is confirmation. And what I am seeing for Divine Masculine, also higher heart chakra activations are going on. So I feel like he's resisting those because there's a lot of emotions that are coming up for him. I feel like he has to heal his trauma when it comes to love and relationships. So he has to get rid of the idea that someone can't love him and for who he is. I feel like, again, he's not receptive at the moment. He's just not there. He can't exactly be there. I feel like there's a lot of instability. The second to last card will be patience. So Divine Masculine has to be patient. He has to be he has to just learn how to roll with the punches. He has to learn to be in flow state. So I feel like this Divine Masculine is being forced to live in the present and just not put so much emphasis on the future. And I'm also seeing that there's winter here. So Divine Masculine may have actually abandoned Divine Feminine winter. And I feel like, again, it feels like a winter without the Divine Feminine on his side. He feels lonely. He feels upset. He feels misunderstood. He can't do this anymore. The separation is weighing heavy on him, and he feels one moment he has to contact her, the next he doesn't. So it's killing him from the inside that he just has to see the divine feminine happy with someone else, and he can't do that anymore. He can't be a sacrificial lamb. It's just tiring to him. And I'm also seeing crown chakra activations. So yeah, I think I said crown chakra, but I feel like again there are definitely crown chakra activations. He is opening his relationship up with Source. I feel like again the divine is like saying, you wanted help, and now I'm giving you help. But I feel like divine master doesn't exactly see it as help. I feel like he wants a straight answer, but he can't even be straight with himself. So the divine is just gonna say, unless you be honest with yourself. I feel like again they're healing their relationship with self right now, and he doesn't exactly get that. I'm also seeing that there's time here. So again, this relationship would still happen in divine timing. And at the moment, I feel like divine master 777. So I feel like divine master is being told just to trust. I feel like he's also healing his past lives as well in his sleep. He could be lucid dreaming. So I feel like there is a lot of astral activity between the twins. And the last card is all tied up. So he has to end this third party situation. It's very obvious at the moment. He can't exactly. He has no energy left. He's burned out. He's exhausted. I feel like that's why divine feminine feels so exhausted, because divine masculine has been bending over backwards for the wrong people. He has ignored divine feminine, who is the only person who has actually had his best interests at heart. So I feel like he feels like he's in with a bunch of liars. And I'm also seeing that there's a butterfly again, so I feel like divine masculine is actually trusting and empowered his own wings and taking flight. He's no longer going to put emphasis on what other people think. That is it for divine masculine. So the next one is sovereign for the connection, sovereign queen Maeve. So I feel like divine masculine and divine feminine are reclaiming their divinity. I feel like again for the moment they're just tired of the lies. They're tired of things not going right. So I feel like again they just decided to claim their own power and just force themselves to break free. But I feel like again divine feminine is more likely to act on it first before divine masculine, because divine feminine leads. So I feel like as soon as divine feminine breaks out of any thinking that she can't do this and she has to do what she has to do, I feel like divine masculine would also focus. So I feel like again divine feminine is still leading, and I feel as though divine feminine and divine masculine are also being helped by their spirit guides. I mean, in a very unorthodox sort of way. And I am also seeing I do see there's hair. So I feel like again, no, not hair, white. So I feel like divine feminine and divine masculine are going through rebirths as well. And I'm also feeling like opalite may be helpful, moonstone. Let me see what else. Lepidolite. Also clear quartz, Lemurian quartz. Definitely a lot of quartz. But I feel like divine masculine is like, what the heck's going on? So I feel like manifestation is very powerful between the twins right now. And I'm also seeing that there's Civil Polity 741 HRZ, H Hertz. So I feel like divine masculine and divine feminine are just reinventing themselves. They're just, I feel like again they just don't exactly know what to do at the moment until they're done resting and rejuvenating. So I feel like again, it's replenishing your energy. They've been burned out for a while. So now it's time for divine feminine to actually just stand up, take her sword, and go on their adventure. And the divine masculine will follow. But I feel like divine feminine is almost done with this rest and rejuvenation. And I feel like again, I'm also feeling that both of them are actually thinking of each other heavily. I feel like that they desire each other. I feel like astral sex may be happening between the twins right now. There's a lot of sexual energy in the air. And I feel like, again, divine feminine is being zapped continuously. So I feel like instead of just standing there and just like, what the hell, divine feminine is now acting on those impulses. She's no longer going to let that debilitate her. I feel like, again, divine feminine is just moving forward at the moment. She just doesn't care whether divine masculine is with her or not. Divine masculine, however, is just like still a little bit lost. Like, what do I do? What do I need to do? And the next card is Alpha Ascione. So I feel like the Palladian star seeds are coming in. So yeah, if you're Palladian divine feminine and divine masculine, then I feel like your Palladian soul family is just reaching out to you. I'm also seeing Syrian as well, and Arcturian. I'm also feeling that the angels are also guiding the yeah. So there's a lot of star seed energy around the twins right now. I feel like again I'm also seeing gold here, so I feel like divine masculine and divine feminine are going through ego deaths as well. And these ego deaths are helping they're just helping resetting the connection. I feel like again there is going to be a new beginning. I do see reunion happening, but there is a lot of chaos and gunk that needs to be cleared first. So it just seems right now they're just falling further and further out of alignment with each other, but that's the illusion. Remember, that is separation. The separation is an illusion. And yeah, divine feminine, just be be yourself. Just enjoy this whole situation with the soulmate. Just know that there is a contract between you, and you just have to agree with it. You just have to do your part. Just do you. And I feel like divine masculine would do him too. And I'm also seeing that there's yeah, I just feel like divine feminine is all, and both of them are more concerned about their weight, their diet. They're also concerned about other things, but I feel like again, they just want to start anew. And the next card is Yogini of 285 hertz. So I feel like again, yeah, this connection with Source is strengthening. So when they come back online to the whole both counterparts will be in tune with their intuition in a brand new way. So I feel like again, any blocks to intuition are being cleared, any blocks to discernment, and because again, it's just like rest and rejuvenation. Just trust the process. They're being called to trust the process right now, and not to just worry about too much about the future. Because again, I feel like if divine feminine just stops worried about money or just stops worried about time, then things will just go more smoothly. But I feel like again, she just wants to maintain her success. So I feel like again that's why she's having the ego death, because again I just think the divine feminine just in over her head at the moment. And I feel like again you just has to trust that she'll be taken care of, and by doing that, so with the divine masculine. And I'm also seeing that for divine feminine and divine masculine, that they're also strengthening their relationships to their other like divine feminine is now putting more emphasis on divine masculine, divine feminine. So I feel like again they are marrying each other heavily at the moment. It does seem like their divine masculine doesn't care, but divine masculine does care. I feel like again he's just trapped in he's constraining himself in a situation that he doesn't really constrain, but I feel like again that is part of his soul contract. Even if divine feminine divine feminine doesn't exactly understand why divine masculine stays with the karmic and why he talks to her, but I feel like she's putting less of an emphasis on it. It's like it is what it is. The next card is Pearl of Sorrow. So I am seeing for divine the divine counterparts is that they are rising from the ashes. They are just, I feel like again their higher selves are being rebirthed in a way. They're going through a transformation together. And I feel like that's why there's so much astral sex. There's a lot of gunk that's being cleared. There's a lot of sexual trauma that is just being pulled. So I feel like again there's also alien implants being vanquished, any reptilian attachments. And I feel like again the power of love will actually heal both counterparts. And unconditional love is their superpower, or their superpowers. Wonder twins. And they can do anything. And they're starting to realize that they're not separated. They are together always in spirit. And I'm also seeing that they're just honoring each other in their own ways. I feel like that divine feminine is thanking divine masculine for setting her free of illusions into her unconditional love, and divine masculine is just grateful that he met divine feminine. So I feel like again they are still holding each other in their hearts very dearly. Yeah, as I said, they desire each other. I feel like there's also some nostalgia right now. They're also hopping down memory lane and thinking about when things were just simpler. But I feel like again it's okay to think about them once in a while, but just don't make it excessively. I feel like divine masculine and divine feminine are releasing attachment issues as well. So I feel like again, Divine Feminine is like, you know what, I'm not going to be attached anymore. But but I still have compassion. So I feel like, again, she's realized it's okay to have compassion and just not want anything to do with Divine Masculine. She doesn't need to heal him. She just needs to heal herself. That's the only way Divine Masculine will be able to save himself. If Divine Feminine keeps on doing work and keep doing her. The next card is Perfume of Sophia. So I feel like they're clear. Aliens is being heightened at the moment. I feel like Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine are smelling smells that psychically. So I feel like, again, they are getting a lot of downloads. They are getting a lot of clarity. And I feel like, again, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine are becoming more clear-minded. They're no longer paying attention to the gunk in their head. They're no longer paying attention to their to fears. And they're pushing past them in their own way. I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is barely at that point, and Divine Feminine is like more than halfway. So I feel like, again, she is clearing the way forward. She is seeing clearly, and her sight is going to get her out of this mess. I feel like, again, Divine Feminine, it is just the beginning. Like, it seems like Divine Masculine is not doing the work, but I assure you he is. Part of the way he does the work is making sure you do the work. And so, in a way, he is a guide and a teacher to you. And I feel like, again, there is like constant there's telepathy being exchanged to the twins anyway. And I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is still a little bit confused. He doesn't understand what exactly is going on. But I feel like, again, he is considering reaching out to the Divine Feminine in some way or shape or form. Yeah. And I'm also seeing that, yeah. Next one is Lascia Pravati. So I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is seeing that both of them are just accepting their flaws. They are seeing that it's okay to actually be imperfect. You don't exactly have to be perfect. And I feel like, again, they're just becoming more humble. They're just humble, I guess to say. Divine Feminine was a little bit in and over her head, but I feel like, again, she doesn't need to prove herself. I feel like Divine Feminine is like saying, I just have to be me. So I feel like, again, yeah, there's a little bit of egotistical energy between both twins at the moment. But I feel like, again, that is being dissolved. Divine Feminine is going to dissolve it first, though. Just remember that Divine Feminine, if your Divine Masculine will make the shift after you make the shift. So you just have to lead by example. And the last card is Theta of Venus. So, yeah, I feel like you may be a Venusian starseed as well. But I feel like Venus / Aphrodite are just having Divine Feminine see the divine beauty with themselves. And that beauty is, yeah, I feel like, again, that beauty would actually help her see that she loves herself. And she is practicing self-love. Both of them are practicing self-love, but I feel like Divine Feminine is like more ahead of the process of Divine Masculine. And yeah, Divine Masculine is barely getting started. Divine Feminine is almost finished with this chapter. So I feel like, again, yeah, that is what I'm seeing for the connection. So let's see for the message cards. I should have, I could have, I would have. I love the way you make you feel, but I can't give you the same in return. Honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable feels uncomfortable. I won't stay for very long. I'm sorry. Yes. I feel like an idiot for the choices that I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. I'm uneasy about myself. I don't know if I can truly make you happy. I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener there. I know I've acted childishly. I don't know how to approach you now. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What would everyone else think? So yeah, that is it for the reading. If you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you another time. Namaste.